Okay. Can we start now?
Yes.
Okay, let me see how many people in here. Okay, so today we're talking about chapter 6 inventory. So you can see my screen right now, right? So in inventory,
Yes.
uh, no?
Yes. Yes, we
Oh,
can see it.
okay. So for the first thing is we need to determine what kind of inventory good. There was three kind of good in the manufacturing that we need to pay attention because that's maybe raw material or work in process or whether they are finished and good. And the second thing is determining the periods of accounting cycles, like using periodic or perpetual. So that's a I remember that I already explained those kind of things in the previous TA class. So today we are more focusing on inventory methods and financial effect. So financial inventory methods, as you studied, that it has three methods in totals. Actually, it has four methods, but we only study three methods in this chapter. That's specific identification, FIFO, and average. Do you understand the three concepts of those three methods? Let's say, for instance, like specific identification is you have two items, $50 per item. So you export one item, which means equal to $50. So in the inventory, you must to deduct exactly that's 50. However, in FIFO, which means first in, first out, like the first day you import, let me write something in here. Like on the first day, you import $100 with two items. Second day, you import $50 also for two items, but they are different items, a different price. So in FIFO, when you sell, it doesn't matter which item that you sell. You must to deduct the first item that you import. And conversely, with the LIFO, which means last in, first out, if you also was sold two items, then you will sold the latest that you import. Got it? Okay. And for the average which means you must to take the average of your total inventory in order to calculate the unit value, and then you will have the inventory cost. For instance, like this, we have four items. The total value is 300. So this must take 300 divided by 4, which means $75 per item. Okay? So about the red color that we're writing here is the formula that you need to remember. And this formula is for the average one. The one that I just say, we take the cost of good available for sale, divide by the total unit, and then we have the average unit cost. And about the cost of goods sold formula, you also need to remember between the beginning inventory and ending inventory. You must remember that you also have the cost of goods purchased, which means that during that period that you purchase anything, then you must add it up with the beginning of inventory and minus with the ending inventory in order to get the cost of goods sold. So in order to illustrate more specifically, I will show you the exercise that I used to did it before in my quiz. So in here, that says they're using the periodic inventory system and it's recorded following by the end of May. It was sold by 80 units. So what is the first thing that you need to do? The first thing that you need to do is sum up the total item and the total cost that you have in here. And also remember to check out the unit cost in order to double check with the price later. So in here with the question, they compute the inventory as May 31st, which means at the end of May, in two methods, FIFO and a various cost. And also, this is also important. You need to round up to two decimal. You know what is two decimal, right? Which means that in the average cost, sometimes it's more than two decimal. Sometimes the teacher also give the requirement as three decimal. It doesn't matter. Just read the question and follow it. Okay, because if you don't route it as the question requires, you may have slightly different amount compared to the answer. So be careful for that. Let's try to do this. I will erase all this, then we try. Okay. So how many items for the inventory? Inventory. Hello, can someone reply?
105.
80.
Wait.
105 is the total unit that's available for sale. But
Is that 80?
no, that is the unit sold units. I'm asking how many I have in the ending inventory. This is the beginning. This is why I go sold. No, this is available for sale, and this is already sold. So right now, in order to check how many items do I need, is this like taking this number 105 minus 480, then I
25.
25, isn't it? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah. So in here it say apply the FIFO. Okay. Apply FIFO in ending inventory. Which cost that you're going to use? Pay attention on the unit cost. So I have 25 items. How many? How much? Okay, let's explain it again. In the FIFO, in order to calculate the cost of goods sold, you need to use like first in, first out. But in ending inventory, you must to use like reverse the number. You must to use the latest one, right? Let's see, calculate the cost of goods sold first. So they sold 80 items. So in the inventory, I have 35 items. So I take 35 times $8. How much that I'm still mixing? 45, right? So in here, on the second purchase, I have 30 items. So I take 30 times with 11 as here. So sum up two of this number. It hasn't reached to 80 yet. So what do I need to do? I'm taking from the order. I only need to take about 15. The unit price is 12. Okay. Someone give me the number of this calculation.
$180.
How come 180 for the total calculation? This one.
Oh, I did the wrong one. Sorry.
790.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so on the other side, the ending inventory, we must to you from the bottom to the top of the price, like opposites with the cost of goods sold. So in here, we're going to take 25 items from the last order. If what if the last order is not equal to 25 or smaller than 25, then we must to continue to go up. Cost of goods sold, we go down, but in the inventory, we go up. Okay, so in here, we're going to use 12, so this is 300, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, so in order to double check whether these two answers is correct or not, I will take this number.
Sorry, Jesse, where did you get the 25 items?
Pardon?
Where did you get the 25 that you divided by 12? Sorry. Oh, I see. 谢谢.
Okay, so if you want to double check, you also can take this number minus 40 and in inventory, and you have the cost of goods sold. Also, the same thing with if you're taking the cost of goods sold minus 40 cost, uh, the total cost of inventory minus for the cost of goods sold, you also have the ending inventory. If those three numbers are not correct, then you must to go back to see that what did you get wrong. Okay, so in here that is fivefold method. Average method is also, I think that it's easier, but the complicated thing is the decimal one, because sometimes you may round up in a wrong number, then you get wrong answer. So in here, we use the total cost divide by the total unit available for sale, like this formula so, right? So in here is 1090 divided by 105 items. So the average unit cost is 10.38. If we round it as two decimal, because this number is long in like 0.952.381, right? When you do the calculation, do you get the same number like this? But the question only requires us to round up to two decimal, so we only take this one. Okay, so it's also same thing, but just different value. We also take 25 item time for the new cost. Okay, for I think it will slower. 260. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 80 times 4, 10, 38. So that will be equal, but this one will be higher. 360. Or you can take 100 minus 4, 36, and then we got 230. Right? Did you get the right same answer?
Yes.
Can we continue?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let me see. E6.2. I think we can do P6.2. This will be more easier. Haven't you guys finished the homework? Or nobody does? Okay, beginning inventory 1,500 unit cost €7. Okay, during March 10,000 was sold. those are purchase. So in the beginning, there was 1,500, but then they need to sum up like 3,500. Okay, for this kind of exercise, I recommend to what's the question? Okay, the question is cost available for sale. So we need to know that how many items that we have and what is the unit cost, right? This the same with this table, this kind of table. This will make it easier to double check. So everyone follow me to do this day explanation. Explanation is here we will write like beginning inventory or purchase or sold. Units. Okay, the first one is March. Beginning of March, so March 1st. How many items? Mm, 1,500. And the units price, units cost is €7. So 1,500 times for 7. This will be should be 10,500. So on the next 4 transactions, they are purchased 5, 13, 5, 13, 21st, and 26th. They also same units for this one is 3,500. Can someone give me the total cost? I have 13,000 unit, and for the total cost. Okay, I have the total cost here, total units here. So what is the cost available for sale? Okay. here, close. Double check with my answer and let me know if I get wrong. Okay. In here, we also need to determine the ending inventory and the cost of goods sold. So we also use the table. First, we using FIFO. Okay, so just like the previous illustration that we did, can someone tell me what is the cost of goods sold? Okay, so during March they're selling 10,000 of items. So they have 30,000 items. They sold 10 items, so which means they still have 3,000 items left. Right? Oh, so for the cost of goods sold, we sold 10,000 items. So in here, we will write mm, 444. So I only need to have 1,000 items. So in order to sum up, I will have total number is 1,500. So in here, I have 3,000 items. So I will take what is the previous one? still mixing 1,000. So I'm taking more in order to get 3,000 items, and the total price 22,000. This is 22,000. This is 10,000. So in total, I will have 32,000. Right? Can I continue? Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So just to make sure that we all understand. Here we will do average. So this is the same thing that we just did in here. Here we have inventory, cost of goods sold. So before we need to do it, we have to calculate the average unit cost. We're taking 160,500 divided by 13,000 item.
Hello, Jesse.
Yes.
The previous one, the cost of goods sold. You write 1,000 times 10. Can I know where is the time that 1,000 comes from?
This one?
No, no, the other one.
Huh? This one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come from here. It's just like we sold 10,000 item, right?
Uh,
So here 1,500 plus 3,500, we have 5,000. Here 4,000, which means total is 9,000. We're still mixing 1,000 item. So I'm taking 1,000 from here because this is first in, first out. You got it?
Not really. I
Mm.
mean, like in the question, it's like 2,000, right?
It doesn't matter. I don't care how many items that it have. But right now, I need to have 10,000 items in this calculation.
Mm.
Yeah. So in here, I'm starting to taking because it's in, first out. So I have to take from the beginning inventory until the latest purchase. So sum up three of this, we only have 9,000. So I still need another 1000. So I take it from here. Okay?
I still don't get it.
Maybe you can try to read the handout again and try to do it on your way to see it, or you may see this video again later when I post it because this is the method.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so second thing is we're talking about the average price, average methods. In here, the unit price is taking the total cost divided by the total unit. So here, 500 divided by 13,000, I will have 8.9615384,615. Let's see how many. Um, in here, they don't require us to round up to how many decimal, but let's decide. Normally, I will take up to 4 decimal. Okay, so in here is more easier because we know that we have 3000 left in our stock. So we just take this one, multiply with this unit cost, and the cost of goods sold. We know that we sold 10,000 items, so we was just multiply with this unit cost. So I will have 85,000, 89,615, right? And in here I will have 26,885. Okay, let's see. And the thing for the average, you see that the ending inventory of the average method is often lower than the FIFO. However, the cost of goods sold of average is higher FIFO. So this like a tip that help you to double check whether you follow the correct method or not. Of course, it's not a double check method, but you know, sometimes by some tip you can realize whether those number is reliable or not. So that's it for those two exercise. Is there any other question? Oh, sorry. Do you have other question?